They just cue us. They take us off camera. All right, we'll be back here in just a second as Eyewitness News continues right now.
With coverage you can count on, this is Channel 3 Eyewitness News Today in HD.
And now, as we learn more about what happened on Talley Road the afternoon of November 21st, we hear for the first time from school board officials. It's 6 o'clock. Let us say good morning, Tennessee Valley. So glad you're tuned in to Channel 3 Eyewitness News Today. I'm Latrice Curry.
And I'm John Martin. Today is Friday, December 15th, 2016. Celebrate, everyone. It is National Ugly Sweater Day. Let's check in with David Carnes.
Did either of you wear your?
If I would have known,
wear your
if I would have known, I think we've done that before, where we slapped on some ugly sweaters.
We have.
Because I got a bunch. I don't know if they're the Christmas ugly or 1980s Bill Cosby ugly.
It's a Cosby sweater.
Yeah. But I got some ugly sweaters, so yeah, we'll work on that. By the way, if you want a different vantage point of Channel 3 Eyewitness News Today, for the next 10 minutes, we're going to be broadcasting live on Facebook. So you can go to WRCB on Facebook, and you can get kind of a behind the scenes.
See how the sausage is made.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Sammy.
You can see the bunny slippers that I'm wearing right now.
Sammy.
It's interesting. A quick look outside. Here we go. 24 in Chattanooga as you're waking up and trying to stay warm. 21 in Cleveland, and 19 in Altamont. 19 also in Murphy. A light breeze out of the east-northeast. And look at it, 36 by noon and 45 by 3 p.m. Temperatures will be cool, but warmer than yesterday. Didn't get out of the 30s yesterday, so we'll top out at about 47 this afternoon. Clouds building tonight. Rain for the weekend. We'll have all the details coming up in your forecast right after this.
All right, David, thank you so much. Well, we're learning that Speed ME bus driver's cell phone use may have played a factor in a crash that killed 6 Woodmore Elementary students.
Yeah, a judge bound the case over against 24-year-old Jonathan Walker to a Hamilton County grand jury. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Michelle Helen was inside the courtroom during Walker's preliminary hearing. She joins us live now with more on what she learned. Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning to you. So not only did investigators look at that module that's inside of the engine of that bus, they also took a look at a lot of the physical evidence out here at the scene. I'm going to show you. Here is where the bus hit a mailbox, and then it continued on up the road here onto the other side. You can still see these orange dots. These are the tire marks of where that bus continued to go before it came to a final rest there in that yard. Now, the judge yesterday said that she had heard enough evidence to believe that Jonathan Walker, that bus driver, caused the crash that kills those 6 children and hurts several others. Now, 2 investigators with CPD's traffic division testified yesterday that Walker was going between 48 and 52 miles per hour here on Talley Road and lost control. They say that he didn't find any evidence that Walker tried to stop or even slow down. They also say that video cameras show that the video cameras on the bus showed Jonathan Walker had his cell phone out while he was behind the wheel. Now, it's unclear what he was doing with his phone. Investigators say they're still combing through 1,400 pages of cell phone records. Now, an attorney representing one family said it's hard for them to hear certain facts of this case.
Could you imagine? I can't imagine. I cannot absolutely imagine. And it angers me that we have a school bus driver with a cell phone out, driving a bus. It angers me.
Now, Walker is still in jail this morning. The judge declined to increase his bond. The grand jury will now hear the case next and decide if there's enough evidence or probable cause for that case to go to trial. But for now, reporting live on Talley Road, I'm Michelle Helen, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Michelle, thanks so much for that live update. At the Hamilton County Department of Education meeting last night, it was the first time board members spoke publicly about the Woodmore tragedy. Board members will discuss the option of ending the district's contract with the bus company Durham later this month. At Thursday's meeting, a moment of silence was held, remembering the 6 children killed. Board members shared their condolences and memories from the scene.
As I made my way to the scene of the accident, my heart broke.
We had some students who came to school that very next day, and you could see the very scars that they had on them from the scene, and those were the fortunate ones.
Well, with the 1-month anniversary of the crash coming up next week and Christmas just days after that, the board is calling on the community to continue their support for the school.
East Ridge police say a Grinch is on the loose after over 40 post office boxes were broken into.
Well, the Postal Service says this is a busy time of year. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Tim Pham explains what happened and how to protect yourself this holiday season. He joins us live now with more on that. Good morning, Tim.
Well, good morning to you guys. You know, it really is a busy time of year. The United States Postal Service estimates that during the holiday season, they deliver 500 million pieces of mail every single day. And it's also a time when thieves are trying to take advantage of folks and steal their holiday cards and gifts. And that's what police say happened exactly here at this East Ridge post office. More than 40 post office boxes were burglarized over last weekend. The victims say their boxes were pried open and police found some of their contents in trash cans at the post office. Police also found thousands of dollars of checks that were discarded, but they also found fingerprint evidence from a locker key at the scene, and they're hoping that could help find the suspect, but they're asking for anyone's help to help catch that suspect. Now, the Postal Service says this time of year, whether you use a post office box or you just use your mailbox on your front doorstep, you need to take extra precaution against thieves during the holidays. They say the best thing to do is to track your packages or ship them to maybe your office or to a friend that you know will be able to pick them up. But another big piece of advice, the postmaster says that to delay your mail or to have it held at your local post office if you know you'll be away, because you know a lot of stuff will come while you're gone, obviously. So you can do that by going to their website. We'll also post more information later today on WRCBTV.com. Reporting live in East Ridge, Tim Pham, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Well, Tim, thank you. Stink, stank, stunk there. That's unfortunate.
Definitely a Grinch there.
Yeah. David, speaking of stink, stank, stunk.
What? Humbug. Wait, that's not
Yeah,
the
with this
Grinch.
cold weather.
That's the other guy. Yeah, cold outside, but hey, we're all warm in our hearts, right?
Yeah, that's what we'll say.
Whatever. 23 degrees in Chattanooga, 21 in Cleveland, and 20 degrees in Murphy. Just a nice cold start of the day, up to 47 by this afternoon. About 10 degrees warmer than yesterday, so it'll be seasonably cool. I think you'll enjoy this afternoon. And then clouds building tonight, and we're going to see more rain moving in overnight into Saturday morning. Up toward Murphy, very slight chance you might see a little bit of that in the form of wintry mixed precipitation, but again, very light, and it's an outside chance. For the most part, we're looking at on again, off again scattered showers as we move through the day on Saturday and warm up to 61 in the afternoon, and then another big cool down after morning rain Sunday. We'll see it temperatures dropping rapidly on Sunday. We'll have more coming up in a moment. Right now, here's your up-to-date traffic with John.
Thank you. As always, it is 6:08 on this Friday. Let's take a live look outside at your morning commute. This is a live shot of the split there, 75 at 24. Nothing being reported right now in terms of accidents on the interstate system. It's going to slow you down. We hope to keep it that way. And of course, we'll keep you updated right here on Channel 3.
Well, coming up on Eyewitness News today, a familiar face to the sports world is now gone. We'll take a look at Craig Sager's life and career. That's coming up in just a bit. Stay with us.
with coverage you can count on. This is Channel 3 Eyewitness News Today in HD.
Well, the East Ridge Needy Toil Fund is under a state audit after thousands of dollars weren't accounted for. The East Ridge Fire Chief Mike Williams was responsible for keeping track of the sales at Santa's Village, a huge fundraiser for the charity. Now, an audit by the state comptroller shows the fire chief deposited checks but not cash until 5 months after Santa's Village closed. The chief says he forgot the cash was locked in a safe inside his city-issued vehicle. A city spokesperson said there was no intentional wrongdoing by any city employees.
Turning now to sports, longtime NBA broadcaster Craig Sager has died.
Yeah, according to reports, Sager passed away from complications of leukemia. The 65-year-old was inducted into the Sports Broadcasting Hall of Fame just 3 days ago. The NBA sideline reporter was well known, if you watch, for his colorful wardrobe. His long career goes back for several decades. Sager was among the swarm of reporters on the field when Hank Aaron broke Babe Ruth's home run record in 1974. He really does
cool
have a long history. Yeah, he's been there for a lot of big sports moments.
Yeah, all right. Well, it is 6:13 on this Friday morning. Let's check the rest of your sports headlines with Paul Shaheen.
The hardest phone call I made was to Dr. Angle when I decided to take the Richmond job. I mean,
sometimes silence says more than you actually hear. Russ Huesman struggling for words, explaining the call to UTC Chancellor Steve Angle, the call that explained Huesman was scratching that nagging itch, the itch for a new challenge.
and you know, I'm kind of disgusted with 9-4. Everybody is just happy and congratulatory, and I think that's great, and I appreciate it. I thought to myself, I'm not doing something right here. And it started to kind of itch, and you know, it just, I don't know what it was, but somebody else will come in and take it to the next level, I guarantee that.
Huesman was introduced at Richmond on Wednesday. Yesterday marked his final UTC press conference. He went on to say he turned Delaware down, like you heard first on 3, and that Richmond was the only job capable of pulling him out of Chattanooga. As far as who he's bringing with him, a source says he is taking defensive coordinator Adam Braithwaite and possibly more assistants, but Huesman says he will not deplete UTC's recruiting class. In the meantime, the search continues to find Russ Huesman's replacement. Per multiple sources, the Mocs will interview current UTC linebackers and special teams coach Rusty Wright a little later today, and they also plan to interview current offensive coordinator Jeff Durden today as well. Now, Durden interviewed yesterday per a source at Lafayette College in eastern Pennsylvania out of the Patriot League. If Durden doesn't get a head coaching gig, expect him to be in Richmond with Huesman as well. I'm also told Charleston Southern's Jamie Chadwell has already interviewed, and it went well. That is it from the coaching carousel at UTC. Of course, that just scratches the surface. We have all of our coverage of Huesman's departure, what's next, and who could be next online and inside our app. It's Friday. You made it. Have one heck of a weekend.
Alrighty, well, if you're looking for something to do this weekend, Channel 3's David Carroll will be holding book signings at 2 Food City locations.
That's right. The man, the myth, the legend himself will be signing copies of his latest masterpiece, Volunteer Bama Dog, at the Hickson Pike location in downtown in Fort O. The times are right there on the screen. The book is full of stories about the 3 states DC has loved his entire life.
All right, go out, CDC, and get a book. Coming up on Eyewitness News Today, David Carnes will be here with a look at your forecast, including how cold it's going to get this weekend and rain headed our way.
Yes, plus we'll let you know if there are any problems on your morning commute, and we're going to head to Helen, Georgia.
Channel 3 Eyewitness News traffic sponsored by CHI Memorial Convenient Care. No matter how minor the emergency, we provide trusted urgent care for every bump, bruise, cold, or cough. Now in Cleveland and Signal Mountain.
6:20 on this Friday morning. Let's take a live look outside your morning commute. This is 153 at Highway 58. Still doing great this morning. No reports of any accidents, incidents on the interstate system or state highways that are going to slow you down. Hope to keep it that way. Now, though, let's talk about weather with meteorologist David Carnes.
All right, John, thank you so much. And live outside we go to our Holiday Inn camera showing the downtown area. And you can almost see how cold it is in the teens and 20s around much of the area. Our headline showing the cold weather this morning changing over into a cool, but overall a pleasant afternoon. It'll be seasonably cool in the mid to upper 40s. That's about 10 degrees warmer than it was this time yesterday. We're going to have clouds building tonight and then rain moving in Saturday and lasting into Sunday morning. Currently outside we're at 24 degrees, feels like 18 with a very light wind out of the east-northeast blowing at 5 miles per hour. We're going to see that east-northeast wind shifting and coming more out of the south this afternoon, allowing for the warm-up that'll take us into the weekend. Right now, though, we'll take a look. Low 20s, pretty much widespread. A few spots in the upper teens. As we expand out, you can see how expansive that is. Look at the cold air all the way down to Atlanta, 28, 29. In Birmingham, Tupelo, Mississippi at 27 degrees this morning. Satellite and radar showing some clouds drifting through. I'm going to call it a partly cloudy sky. And there are the southerly winds moving in this afternoon, getting us up to about 47 for a high. Those southerly winds ahead of a front that's going to be sliding our way, bringing in some rain showers overnight into Saturday morning. And some of those rain showers will last on and off, I think, through the day on Saturday. Even with that, we're going to manage to get into the low 60s on Saturday afternoon. Now, you can see how the rain becomes a little more heavy, maybe even a line of snow back to our west and northwest, moving through Kansas City. And then by Saturday night, that line changes over into all rain and it moves through Middle Tennessee. Now, it's going to fall apart somewhat, making its way into the Tennessee Valley, but overnight Saturday into Sunday morning, still some periods of heavy rain as we make our way through Sunday morning. Late morning into the afternoon, it clears out, and we'll have northerly winds. Now, it'll be in the 40s on Sunday morning, but we're going to see it cooling through the 40s into the 30s Sunday afternoon. So it's actually going to be cooling through the day, and it should be kind of a blustery afternoon on Sunday, and that'll set the stage for a cold start to next week on Monday also. Rainfall amounts pretty decent. We're looking at about 1 to 1.5 inches of rain Saturday into Sunday. So today, 47 the high. Tonight, as the clouds build, a few showers overnight into Saturday morning will drop to a low of 40, climb to 61 on Saturday afternoon, and then the rain will become a little more heavy Saturday night into Sunday morning with a low again of 40, 47 during the overnight into Sunday morning, and then again we'll see temperatures cooling through the day on Sunday, dropping down to 25 by Monday morning. So a cold start to next week and maybe a little more rain toward the end of next week.
All right, thanks, David. Ready for that. All right, well, 'tis the season for Christmas lights, family gatherings, and Bavarian adventures.
Of course. Due to several requests via email and social media, we took a trip back to Helen, Georgia to check out how this small town does big things this holiday season.
Well, you're in the northeast Georgia mountains in the Alpine village of Helen, Georgia.
Known for its gingerbread architectural style, Helen, Georgia really hits its stride during the holiday season.
Well, Christmas season is special in itself, but this is one of the times of the year when the community comes together. We decorate the city, the entire town. It's a time of fellowship and celebration for everyone in the city.
Helen was recognized by Country Living magazine as one of the top 6 small towns for Christmas in America. And we emphasize, it's a small town. There are only about 540 residents in the city of Helen. So how does this Bavarian town stay afloat in North Georgia? Tourists. Lots and lots of tourists.
We started out as a lumber town and converted buildings into Alpine villages when all the lumber was gone. And now tourism is our only industry here in the city of Helen.
About 2.5 million tourists a year visit Helen, like Shirley and Derek Alston.
We're up here celebrating our 31st wedding anniversary since we met in Germany. We thought this was would be fitting of coming up here to
we couldn't afford to go back to Germany. So this is the best. This This is a halfway mark for us.
As the sun goes down in the North Georgia mountains, Helen really begins to shine. There is plenty of season to celebrate here, no matter how long your stay.
You know, we've only been here about maybe 30 minutes.
And we've already found the winery.
Yeah. And we already spent like half our budget already, so it's going to be a short vacation.
I like
Pretty
the Austins
that
a lot.
couple looked like, yeah,
Yeah, they were a lot of fun.
fun.
Yeah, they were. Keeping warm after they go to that winery, too.
Exactly.
It's a cold
They're
night
probably
last
feeling
night.
good. All right. Time now to take a look at our salutes. Up first, congratulations and happy 5th birthday to our Bojangles winner, Trey Goley. This wish comes with lots of love from your mom and dad. Cute picture there. And happy 12th birthday to Caleb Hampton. He is an honor roll student. And let's see. We have it. All right, he's coming up right there.
There we go.
go.
That was worth the wait
yes,
right there.
Yes, that is. Look at this young man all dressed up. He is an honor roll student in the 6th grade at the Baylor School. He enjoys singing, football, and spending time with his family.
And we want to wish a big happy birthday to Lori Harvey. Enjoy your special day. And happy birthday to Kenneth Whitmire, who is turning 49 again.
Yeah.
This wish comes with lots of love from your wife, your kids, your grandkids, and your great-grandkids. Oh, it started early. She's only 49. Great
I was
grandkids.
going to say, yeah, when I first said 49 great-grandkids, I was like, woo, let's do the math there.
Happy anniversary of your birthday.
Yeah, exactly. Enjoy, everyone.